can be done to combine the off-road capability and sturdiness of a sports utility with the safety, comfort, and the good handling of a Mercedes-Benz passenger car. The M-Class can be developed. Styling is not only a pretty shell for fascinating technology. The M-Class is the reflection of an active, sports-oriented lifestyle. Its shape is the result of the close cooperation between Mercedes-Benz designers in Sindelfingen in Germany and their colleagues in Irvine, California. This teamwork has created a vehicle whose unique individual design clearly distinguishes it from other cars in its class. On the outside, this is achieved by a dynamic shape by which this car can be recognized as a Mercedes-Benz at first glance. The interior of the M-Class meets this high standard through spaciousness and a high degree of versatility. The passenger compartment is designed for modern sports and leisure requirements. It is even large enough for a camping bed, which will sleep two people comfortably. One can't reinvent the wheel, only the way it is driven. Off-road capability requires four-wheel drive. This is not new, but here it is done in a more intelligent, a more comfortable, and a much safer way. At this stage, the concepts for the interior and the exterior are complete, both in technology and in style. The basic model is now ready for the final approval, examined, accepted, and released for production. As the prototypes are built, the CAD designs become reality for the first time. This is the moment of truth. Now is the time to find out whether the countless carefully planned and designed details fit together. The M-Class is designed in Germany and built in the U.S. But before production starts, the first prototypes are built individually, by hand, in Germany. During the assembly process, different production methods were checked out. The side panels are pressed from one piece. They are examined for faults, and their shape is corrected. The completely pre-assembled sidewalls are connected to the floor assembly. Every step in the process is measured, tested, and documented. Then the crucial test. Is everything sealed? Only a full body shower will reveal whether the vehicle is watertight. The test was passed. Now the last part of the assembly, the marriage, can begin. The M-Class is designed as a frame vehicle. The solid, torsion-resistant box section frame, the spine of the vehicle, is connected with 10 body mounts to the completely pre-assembled body. Before the M-Class has driven a single foot, it has already covered hundreds of thousands of miles. This is made possible by the bench test. The hydraulics show no mercy. The accelerated endurance test, worse than reality. 24 hours a day, several times around the world. This is more than what real driving conditions will demand of the vehicle. New axles under the familiar shell. Even before the first prototypes are available, the chassis is already put to an endurance test. Only the results count, whether off-road or on the test rig. The M-Class not only looks good, it also offers excellent aerodynamics. Though typical off-road characteristics, such as a high ground clearance and a large frontal surface area, generally increase wind resistance, the goal for the vehicle was to reduce aerodynamic drag to less than 0.4, a prerequisite for excellent driving characteristics and low fuel consumption. The call of the mountain. During strenuous tests on steep alpine passes, the brakes of the M-Class must prove that they are up to any conceivable challenge. But this is not enough for engineers. The wind tunnel is used to test whether the cooling system can be improved. The extreme load made the brakes glow red hot. Nevertheless, the values were not critical. The brakes have been dimensioned so generously that they function without problems. Crashworthiness for the M-Class means safety up to passenger car standards, and these are extremely high. The development goals included maximum safety for not only the passengers of the car itself, but for all other parties in any accident. Which is why the crumple zones are as large as possible. The effective restraint system includes passenger and driver airbags and seatbelt tensioners fitted with belt force limiters. This system reduces occupant injury. The body and chassis are reinforced in areas specific to head-on collisions. Even following an offset crash, the survival cell remains intact. Precautions have also been taken against serious side impacts with a high transverse passenger cell rigidity and the use of side bags. It is most important to maintain the survival space of the occupants and ensure that passenger contact areas are well padded during a rollover. This reduces the risk of injury. The roof structure is designed to withstand a hard drop test of 20 inches. The third row of seats requires intensive testing for rear-end collisions. A series of tests exceeding legal requirements involve full and offset collisions with deformable objects and verify the integrity of the fuel system and survival space. Particular value has been placed on protecting even the other, perhaps lighter vehicles involved in an accident. To achieve this, special attention was paid to the interaction between the front of the vehicle and the frame, which deform in a controlled manner. Finishing touches. Even with CAD and test protocol, the final judgment is still made from the driver's seat. Mercedes test drivers and engineers subject the M-Class to demanding tests which have no precedent. A durability test in the Tunisian desert, on the wide plains of North America, in the snow and ice of the Arctic Circle, and on the rugged mountain passes of the Alps. The new M-Class conquers them all. So what do you do to make an automobile fit for mass production? An automobile which claims to be a genuine off-road vehicle with the appeal of a passenger car. The M-Class, evolution of the sport utilities.